I mean, when I was pretty under-recruited, out of high school, but, when I had the chance to walk on North Dakota State, it was easily the best decision of my life, and I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that decision.
Is that a common element to the guys on your team, under-recruited, maybe guys who bloomed late or things like that?
Yeah, I think that we do a great job of developing players. You see a lot of guys where, a lot of FBS schools have passed on them. But now lately, with all the success we've had, we're getting a lot of guys over FBS programs just because of that. But yeah, no, we just do a tremendous job of developing players, and I think that that's a huge reason for our success.
What's it like being here? Do you feel just as prepared as anyone else? I mean, what's this morning been like?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, wherever you came from, whether it's FBS or Division III, once you get here, none of that matters. You're all on the same playing field, and you gotta get to showcase your talents.
You came into college as a lighter guy. How did you put on weight, and how did you keep it on?
Just a lot of eating, man. I got so sick of eating in college, but it's just something you gotta do. It's something that it takes a lot of commitment. Being able to eat the right things, not just eating whatever's in front of you. It's hard, but it's something that pays off in the long run.
What'd you eat?
Everything, basically. No, it's basically. I mean, we try to eat a lot of carbs, protein. You do your best to keep it as lean as possible, but obviously sometimes you just gotta gain weight.
How's your injury from the Senior Bowl?
It's really good, actually. I got a cortisone shot last week. I honestly feel it's perfectly fine right now. The only reason I'm not benching at the combine is because I just haven't been able to train with it for the last 3 or 4 weeks, so we're probably going to save it for Pro Day.
Why the belief in yourself back in high school when no one wanted you and you ended up walking on them? Why did you bet on yourself, so to speak?
A lot of people had question marks as far as whether I'd be able to gain the weight, and I knew I'd be able to. Starting in the 9th grade year, I was only 150 pounds, I think. And just every year, I just committed myself to the weight room, committed myself to gain weight. I love technique. That's a big thing that I've always enjoyed, is being able to learn technique. And I knew it was something I'd be able to do at the next level, and I just needed a team to take a shot at me.
So you're at 150 in 9th grade. Where were you at the start of college?
I showed up about 250, 260 college.
Today?
Today I was 305.
A lot of food.
A lot of food.
Any team interviews here? Any official interviews here?
Oh, those start tonight.
Those start tonight?
Yep.
We're talking about before today.
We had unofficial interviews last night with a lot of the offensive line coaches, and then at the Senior Bowl we had quite a few interviews as well. I know a lot of the juniors are pretty heavy on interviews here at the Comic Center, having an all-star game to do a lot of that stuff. But yeah.
Any weird questions?
Any weird questions? They'll know where to ask you what your favorite beer is right in the middle of a serious conversation. Just a lot of random stuff that they try to get you off kilter. But
All right, I'll bite. What is it?
I don't know if I want to say.
Fair enough.
Guinness. Guinness is my favorite beer. There you go.
Joe, how disappointing was it to have to leave that Senior Bowl early?
It was hard. I actually stayed the whole time. It was kind of important for me to, just kind of stay with all the guys on my team. I also went all the position meetings just to, continue to learn from the Cowboys coaches that we had. But yeah, it was hard, especially for a small school guy. Where Senior Bowl is where I, wanted to showcase my talent. But it's just something you gotta deal with it and just kind of take on the adversity.
You talk about commitment to a technique. You move from right tackle to left tackle. Is there one side that you prefer, one that you feel more comfortable with?
As of right now, technically left tackle just because I was the most recent, but I'm very confident in my ability to play right and left side, even tackle or guard. I'm very confident in my ability to make that switch.
How close were you to Kyle Emanuel in college and even now? And also, what did going against him in practice do for your development?
Going against Kyle was, I think, a huge reason why I'm here now. He definitely made me better. He's a great player. He definitely pushed me. I like to think I pushed him in the same way. But yeah, no, he's a great guy, great teammate, great friend, and he's definitely someone that I owe a lot to just for being able to battle against him every day.
You saw him get drafted. You saw him. I believe he started the season opener in San Diego. To see him make that transition from North Dakota State for you, what does that do as you approach this process now?
I mean, honestly, I wasn't too surprised. I knew he was an amazing player, but yeah, just being able to see him go out there with the same amount of success that he had in the FCS, it's awesome just to see a great guy like that succeed, but also a guy that you've been competing against for a long time, being able to see how he matches up in the NFL, kind of being able to compare yourself.
Sorry. Can you talk about Carson Wentz in the run-up to the championship game? He wasn't that far removed from that wrist injury. Was there ever a doubt that he was going to start and play in that game?
I think that we knew that there was a small chance that he might have played in Richmond, but after he got checked out, we knew he wouldn't. But knowing Carson, we knew that he would be there for the championships. So, the competitor inside of him, it's been huge.
What's the side of Carson Wentz that we wouldn't see, but you see as a teammate?
Probably just the amount of time he spends studying film. I mean, he's in there 24/7 basically. It seems like anytime you go in the locker room, he's in there watching film. He really commits himself to the game. He's a student of the game. He likes to learn. He's always in there asking questions to our coaches, trying to see how certain defenses work, and he's just really he's a master of his craft.
Is he a serious guy? Is he a funny guy? Is he a prankster? What kind of?
He's a little bit of everything. I know him pretty well, so I think we're usually a little more open, do a little bit of pranking on each other. But no, when it comes to football, he's dead serious. He knows what he's talking about, and he's just a great player.
How much are you to?
Sorry, what?
What's the best prank you played on you?
We had I don't know if it'd be necessarily a prank, but our freshman year we had a little airsoft battle because we were in the same level in the dorms. So we would kind of, ambush each other with like Nerf guns and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it was nothing too crazy, I guess.
How much are you to credit for the string of national championships?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's me, man. It's just it's our whole team. It's our program that's gotten us to all success. It's no one guy. It's just a group of guys, committing themselves and selling out for one purpose. And I think that's a huge reason why we're so successful.
How much does John Crockett have to credit you for where he is today?
I mean, it's a team process, man. The entire offensive line has to, work their butt off, and then even then sometimes we can't get a run going. But there's been plenty of times where Crockett has, saved our butt with some crazy, spin move out of a gap. But no, it's basically all or nothing for us. Everyone's got to sell out for their job.
What was it like to be around John? We had him in Green Bay last year.
Yeah.
Obviously, a really outgoing. They don't contest for nothing, obviously.
Yeah, very outgoing, high energy guy. But he's definitely someone that kind of boosts the morale of everyone. He's always got that energy with him, and he's a good teammate.
Joe, have you had that wow moment yet? Did you have one walking into this stadium knowing what you were about to do?
Honestly, not too much. I think that it isn't too big for me. It's just, it's just a job interview. That's kind of the way you have to look at it. You're a professional now, and that's something that, you got to get used to. And, it's just been something that I've just been trying to embrace as much as I can.
Who's the best pass rusher you faced in college?
Ever, Kyle Emanuel would probably be number one. The guy that I've played against, like on film, would probably be Tyler Starr from South Dakota. He's with the Falcons now, I believe. But yeah.
When teams ask you about your level of competition, what do you tell them? You go against SEC teams week in, week out.
I mean, I'll say that whenever we play an FBS team, the first thing we do say when we come out of that first drive is, these guys aren't as good as you think. Everyone always hypes us up, we're these crazy underdogs, against an FBS school. But it's something that every year it seems that we play an FBS team. It's like, okay, well, these guys aren't as good as the news is saying. But it's just. I think we have a lot of great players, especially in our Missouri Valley Conference, and it's been a great experience for me.
The more and more you've been around FBS players, who've gotten your hands dirty with the Senior Bowl here at the NFL Combine now, how much more sure are you of NDSU and what they've prepared you for this level?
Yeah, no, NDSU's done a great job preparing me for all of this stuff. I mean, it's definitely I think it's a top-notch program. Obviously, we do play the FCS, but I think that as far as a total program goes and developing players, I think NDSU is one of the best in the country, and it's been an amazing experience, and I'm forever grateful for NDSU.
Joe, have you met with the Jets yet, or have any plans to do so?
Yeah, we've had unofficial interviews with a lot of those teams. Pretty much every team I've had some sort of unofficial interview with. Sometimes with an O-line coach, but yeah.
Joe, if there was maybe an NFL fan who had questions or was wondering about Carson Wentz as an NFL quarterback, what would you say to try to explain to them why Carson Wentz will succeed in the NFL?
He's just an amazing player. I mean, you throw on the film, you watch how he attacks the process, attacks the game. He does an amazing job of just, of not only lifting his game, but lifting the game of everyone around him. He runs the huddle. He runs the offense. He's a great leader, and he's someone that you definitely want on your team.
How good was your offense at its best when it was really rolling? What would you say about it?
I would say it's unstoppable sometimes. You know, when you get into that run and that power, lots of times you can't stop that. But no, I mean we're such a balanced offense, especially with Carson, that you know we could be running it, you know, right up the middle, 10 plays in a row, and all of a sudden just throw out like a 50-yard bomb. But yeah, no, I think we have a very diverse but explosive offense.
What makes Carson a great leader?
Just his, you know, he's kind of a servant leader. You know, he's someone that you can approach to about anything. He'll go do something for you without even asking. He's just someone that just tries to lift, you know, the level of play of everyone else around him.
Could you imagine him going as high as like the number 2 overall pick?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, if you would have asked me 2 or 3 years ago, I definitely would have said he has the potential to be a first-round pick. I mean,
2 or 3 years ago, you were saying?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Why?
Just you see what he does off the field, and then you see what he does on the field, and there's no question. I mean, the guy is so committed to the game. He's just a master of his craft, and he's always someone that, I mean, even when we were red shirts, he was tearing up our defense, and he was just being a scout team quarterback. And you can ask our Coach Kleiman, he's always said it too, is that 2011 year when we were both red shirts, Carson was the best quarterback their defense faced. I mean, he's just he's a guy that we've always known would be special, and now obviously everyone else is recognizing it.
Is he a talker much?
Oh yeah, he'll definitely. He's definitely very vocal. I would say it's in a normal, casual. You know, if you're just hanging out with him, he's not too loud. But he's definitely a guy that, you know, when it comes down to football, he's very vocal, pushes everyone else, and just a great leader.
Couple more. Do you think you'll have to charge him for being his agent a little bit this week?
You know, I think he owes me a little bit just for protecting him, you know, from his blind side all these years. But no, I mean, it's been an amazing blocking for Carson. I'm very happy for all the attention he's getting and all the success he's going to have.
You mentioned Crockett earlier. What was he like to block for?
He was crazy, man. I mean, we planned to, you know, go up the big gap on the right side, and all of a sudden we look around, he's already on the left side and near the sideline. But no, he's very explosive. Definitely someone that makes our offense very dynamic, very explosive runner. And yeah, he was a fun guy to block for.
He made his debut at Detroit in December, the Hail Mary game. Were you able to catch any of that game, or what did you think seeing him in the pros?
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, obviously you saw the same old Crockett, the way he was, you know, running his style. It was very cool to see, and you know, very happy for him.
Familiar colors too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thanks, guys.